Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Saya nak jodoh, Coach Zuhri. Selamat datang, good evening. Alright, so topik kita malam ini adalah bad boys. Are they bad boys or they just bad for you? Why they so fun? This kind of stuff we're going to discuss, and also discuss apa beza damsel in distress versus bad boys. There's so many similarities, banyak persamaan. Essentially both are bad news. Long story short. Okay, thank you, bye. Okay, alright, just kidding. Okay. Pertama, the overarching message here is message yang paling perdana, is that the word? Message perdana, kan? Is okay. Message perdananya adalah one, no woman want a man less confident than them. Betul tak? Setuju kan? Siapa nak? Alright, and even if it's pseudo confidence, pseudo macho, pseudo courage, and pseudo masculinity. Alright, so many labels. Okay, senang cerita, ikutlah iktibar cara peradaban akhlak Rasulullah SAW. Okay, that is the short answer. But just to discuss it, alright, because this is reality. I mean, of course, that is reality too. I mean, it's Rasulullah SAW is akhlak yang paling mulia yang patut kita contohi. Betul. At the same time, bukan semua yang nak mencontohi atau tahu untuk mencontohi atau tak kisah atau buat lupa atau buat tak tahu nak mencontohi Rasulullah SAW. Kita cuba sedaya upaya yang kita boleh, insyaAllah. Okay. So, and for discussion, what's happening a lot why breakups happen, why we go into bad relationships, and sometimes it's them, her, him, or us, or me, kan? And this topic is especially difficult for me. And the more I gather my notes, the more I realize, crap, I was a bad boy in different relationships. Some relationship I was the good boy. Some relationship I was the bad boy. I'm not sharing any particular details, but I had my phases. Young, no guidance, kan? I was young, no guidance, and just exploring, trying to find my own identity, this kind of stuff. So, all right. So, yeah, this is rather difficult for me to share because keep thinking macam, man, I was an idiot. Yeah, so yeah, that was me. Okay, so just to there's this kisah when I was 16, sebagai untuk ambil iktibar kan, ambil teladan. When I was 16, this is not about me, okay, but this is what happened to a friend. And suddenly I got 16 years old, angkat phone, ring, angkat phone. You know, zaman tu telefon berdering kan. This was, what year was this? 1996, 97, 1996, 97? Yeah, 1997. Man, I'm old. I was 16. All right, so I received a phone call. And then she introduced herself. Dia cakap, she told me her name. And then I was wondering, oh, how do I know you? Where'd you get my number? Dia cakap, it was from a mutual friend. Okay, fine. All right. Dia cakap, she is in some trouble, and her friend asked her to call me, of all people. Kan? It's like, I don't know you, why are you calling me? All these questions went through my head. It's like, okay, and then dia cerita sikit, dia break up dengan boyfriend dia, apa semua. I was thinking in my head, kau ingat aku befrienders ke? Kan? I was thinking in my head, kau ingat aku befrienders ke? Like, and then first tu, the story after a while, on that phone call, nasib baik dia bayar, kan? On that phone call, and she told me that after breakup, she realized she was pregnant. Okay, she realized she was pregnant, and it's one of my pivotal points on why I wanted to be a psychologist, and I want to help people to not screw up their life with bad decisions. Okay, and this is one of my pivotal points where it's like one of my formative points of my life where it's like, oh, I need to help people like in whatever way I can. So maybe this is my skill. So yeah, I was listening to her, and then she told me she was pregnant by her boyfriend, and they broke up. Lepas tu, I didn't know what to do back then, and then I called Befrienders. I called Befrienders. This 1996 Befrienders. Um, I called Befrienders. I cakap, hey, this is not me, but my friend, she is pregnant, and her boyfriend left her. And what should I do? They said, just listen, don't give any advice, just hear out and ask her what she wants, what she needs. Uh, Ask her for, just listen to her basically. Was what, 25 years ago? Oh, good God. I'm old. So, like, okay, fine. Okay, thank you for the advice, befrienders. And then, okay, the next night she called again. She called again, bergayut, but sincerely trying to help because I was concerned that she was pregnant. I think she was 3 months, 4 months in, macam tu. Okay, all right. And then she basically same story that her boyfriend left her, blah blah blah. Blah. And the next few nights they call lagi, same story. She's still pregnant, of course. And what? And then a few nights later, she called me. She said that her ex-boyfriend dah ada girlfriend. Ex-boyfriend dah ada girlfriend, and then she confronted the new girlfriend. Cakap, it's like, uh, you know, cakap kat that girl, you tahu tak helmet yang you pakai tu, kan? Helmet yang you pakai tu sebenarnya sepatutnya untuk I, kan? Kalau dia ambil I, mesti helmet tu khas untuk I. And now I'm pregnant, he left me, so what kind of man you think you're with? Macam tu lah lebih kurang. This was 25 years ago. So, lepas tu girlfriend baru dia macam tak puas hati, lepas tu something happened between them. And then the ex-boyfriend tu nak kat dia balik. Yang cakap, okay lah kita nak kahwin, jomlah kahwin. Trying to be teen marriage. After a few months after that, patutnya dia orang kahwin lah on a certain date kan, sebelum dia nampak sangat bunting pelamin or this kind of stuff, or dekat pejabat agama. And that guy keep postponing the wedding. Keep postponing the wedding punya, dia apa ni, akad nikah punya appointment. So excuse dia, oh I tak cukup tidur, I was tengah racing semalam, bike racing, basically merempit lah. So try set another appointment, and then same thing, dia sibuk racing the night before. Happened so many times, 3-4 kali kot, as I could remember. And then dia pun macam, dia give up lah. Last she had to give birth on her own. Mak dia pun dah malu, hantar dia balik kampung. And what was basically last I've heard of from her was she gave birth, and I only talked to her a month after she gave birth. The daughter, anak yang dilahirkan tu, the daughter should be 25 years old by now. Oh my God, she's a grown woman now. So yeah, it's emotional for me because it's like I didn't give her any advice. I was considering of giving advice. Oh, there are some sort of clinics here and there that you can go to. No, those are dangerous advice. She decided on her own to raise the child on her own, and mak dia hantar dia balik to the grandmother's place to raise the child. And what is the point of me sharing all this? Is for not anyone to make horrible decisions by choosing the wrong calon. That is the point. All right. When you see red flags, go away. Just run away. So dia dah pregnant. I mean, of course, fine. She was young. Yeah, 16 years old. Um, I was 16. She was 16. But network of friends. She called me. Uh, but when what I was thinking, I still remember thinking, how could you make such horrible choices for yourself? Can and why are you still with this bad boy? Kan? Dia nak kahwin tapi postpone sebab tak cukup tidur sebab racing. Tak cukup tidur sebab racing. Postpone. Last dia give up. She had to raise the child by herself. Uh, the girl, the baby, now should be 25 years old now. And so, why I'm sharing this is the consequences of ignoring red flags, the consequences of uh, going about with a bad boy. And there are consequences, if I know bad boys are fun and exciting, can and what's difficult for me to share this is because I realize after a while I had my phases of being bad boys. I, a bit being a bad boy, and it is. I'm laughing because I'm thinking myself, you are such an idiot, Zuri. What the hell? Sorry for cursing. Um, and then not as bad as that guy lah, kan? Getting someone pregnant. Pregnant. No, just charmingly naughty. Even charming, if the word, I'm not sure, but flirty and young and stupid. I was young and dumb. Okay, fine. I admit it. I admit it. And um, so yeah, that is the main point. The dangers of being with bad boys, and she also did not realize the red flags, ignored the red flags, and she tried to make things right, but it was already too late. It was too late. She did already pregnant, delivered a baby. Last, she gave up on him, and then the guy just moved on to another girl. That's it. Ada dia kisah pasal ex-girlfriend dia dengan anak dia. Tak ada. He just moved on to the next victim. So, uh, kepada siapa-siapa yang pernah bercinta dengan bad boy and break and rasa dah diguna, dah rasa tipah tertipu tu, you feel that you were nothing to him. Unfortunately, that's basically it. You were basically just a stepping stone for his satisfaction, kan? And I'm sorry to put it so bluntly, but it is as it is. Like, for example, like my friend tu dulu, and dia tak kisah pasal anak dia. Ada dia kisah. Bad boy tak kisah. Doesn't care. Kan? Dia dah terhantuk, tapi tak rengadah. He moves on to this next victim. Macam vampire lah. Like a vampire. So, I don't know. I hope to meet the daughter someday. I said, name her after me. Zuriah ke, Zuriati ke. I don't know if she did, but probably not. Kan? So, I mean, and then, yeah, I mean, that is the one of my pivotal moments that I thought that, hey, a lot of people are going through this. Why do I say a lot of people going through this? Every now and then, ever since 16 years old, I think I was 16 years old. Somehow my phone number gets around, and then a random girl called me and said, Zuri, that tone of voice, that exact tone of voice, I know this girl is pregnant by her boyfriend and her boyfriend left her. I know already as a pattern. It's a pattern that I know already. Anyone call me with that tone of voice? I know already. Okay, this girl is pregnant. Embrace yourself. Brace yourself for this pattern again. All right. So many times. Oh my God, teen pregnancy. Like, and then why do they call me? I have no direct experience in this. So it's like, I thought it was like maybe this is my calling to in a way do something about helping women, men and women to stop doing crazy, stupid love mistakes and bad decision. And I felt that as a calling, and I asked my apa nama my one of my cikgu kat sekolah. He has a counselling certification. One of the counselor juga lah kan. Saya cakap, oh saya lepas SPM ni saya rasa nak belajar psikologi lah, because of such a reason. Okay, bagus. You can apply to this university. All right. Okay, fine. All right, thank you. So yeah, I mean that in a way set my path. But in between, I went to a art college. Yeah, Lim Kok Wing, and honestly, that place was too crazy for me. So I left and actually went to Help Institute belajar psychology. It's like, oh, finally, all right, this is my calling. Made a lot of good friends there. Anyway, back to the point. Back to the point. Bahayanya bad boy is this. Habis madu sepah dibuang. Habis madu sepah dibuang. I know they're fun, they're exciting, but as a woman, kan, I know they seem confident kan, macam that guy boyfriend dia, so menang merempit, whatever, menang duit merempit, confident, berisa, whatnot. But look at the consequences. And then next one adalah she also wanted to prove that she was a woman because she just wanted to prove that she's a woman. Dia boleh tundukkan bad boy tu, kan, tundukkan playboy tu. So that was her line of thinking, and thinking she could fix him. She thought she could fix him, but last she was just another stepping stone, kan, unfortunately. So bad boys usually attract women yang wanted to prove her womanhood, because usually she forgot that she should actually prove her womanhood or her existence of validation to the one, which is Allah. And of course, masa muda tu dulu tak terfikir sangat. Dah terhantuk baru nak fikir, kan? And well, I think that comes back to the problem of feeling worthy, comes back to the problem of feeling enough, comes back to the problem of feeling need to validate yourself through someone else. You need someone else to validate you, kan? And as you know, if you baru dengar, first time dengar, there is Boulder Dash. That's crap. You don't need another human being to tell you that you're enough. You don't need another human being, kan, to tell you that you're worthy. You don't even need me to tell you that you're worthy. How to know that you're worthy? Allah dah cipta you mencukup. I say this all the time. I know I sound like a broken record, but it's true. Allah dah cipta you mencukup, and mencukupi, kan? Allah dah cipta you sempurna. Allah cipta you enough. And of course, Allah wants you to grow towards Him more. And grow towards Him. Improve your spirituality and all that. Okay? Alright. So, okay, boleh? So, that's telling that story bring back so much emotions and exhaustion, because it was emotionally taxing for me. For me back then, even now, because it's like I'm still wondering, she should be 25 years old by now. The baby girl, kan? I hope she doesn't make more bad choices like her mom. And yeah, so sorry, got emotional. Shouldn't be apologizing for being emotional. Anywho, right? So I hope she doesn't make mistakes like her mom did. I hope she she's 25. She's probably looking to get married to a good man, and yeah. All right. Because her mom, unfortunately, I hope she's listening or not listening, she was busy nak sibukkan bad boy tu. She was busy nak tundukkan bad boy tu, and forgetting nak sujud pada Allah. big difference, would have made a whole world of difference. And and bad boys are fun, and they're also energy vampires. They're fun. We You want to live vicariously through them. I know, I've been one for a short while. Okay, not as bad as that guy, but just flirty. Anywho, um okay, sibuk nak tundukkan bad boy tu. I'm still emotional. Bismillah. Sad. So I am dead serious that I don't want anyone to make mistakes like that again. Can man or woman or fall for bad boys yang boleh merosakkan kehidupan. And I hope, you know so she, who is 25 by now, is not falling for the same pattern as her mom. Okay. Okay. All right. Moving on. I hope you probably have gone through some bad boys, can probably gone through some bad boys. Maybe they're not bad boys. Maybe they were bad for you. Can maybe it was both. Um, if you have not gone through bad boys or bad relationships, you probably wouldn't be listening to me right now. So I'll be delicate, inshallah. Okay, uh, inshallah, I'll be delicate because hey, I've been there too. I've been the a hole. I've been screwed over. I've been on in variety of different crazy relationships, Ken, and I got tired of it. I got so tired of it after 10, 12 years. I've been eating since I was 18. No, actually, if I recall it, I was 16. Around that. 18, 16, around that. Man, she screwed me over. Anywho, um, okay, okay. All right. So, bad boys. Bad boys. Back to bad boys. Bad boys. Uh, if you see the screen, I see there are damsels in distress, like I put in the description. Apa beza damsels in distress and bad boys? There's a lot of similarity. Okay? Similarity-nya adalah dua-dua macam um, I macam dua-dua macam perlukan bantuan. Help me, kan. Both are basically bad news. Both basically emotionally dishonest with themselves sometimes, or with the person they're in a relationship with, kan. And they essentially basically manipulators, manipulating emotions. Sebagai contoh, bad boys. I'm sure you've probably seen or read 50 Shades of Grey, who's a control freak, all right, and telling her how to dress, controlling her life, and this kind of things. Can um, damsels in distress do this too? Konon-konon, Allah, you make me happy kalau you pakai baju ni. Okay, it's annoying for a guy to hear that, and for a woman to hear macam, oh, I want you to dress this, I want you to color this color makeup, I want you putihkan kulit you lagi, I want you tinggi lagi, I want you kurus lagi. Betul tak? Contoh freaks. Right? So, and then also macam contoh troubled bad boys. Oh man, I had a a friend. I wouldn't call him a friend. So annoying. Uh, this guy, this guy. Unfortunately, dia belajar psychology juga sekali dulu kat college, kan. Unfortunately, we were paired up to work together in a group work, teamwork punya project. And this guy is so in so him so not him so his every other word is, I got problem lah, problem, rescue me, no, my problem is unique, my problem is unique, rescue me, uh, energy vampire, memang energy vampire, this type of guy, and macam I have problem. And then he was dating a girl, also a friend, uh, macam, oh, kesian kat dia, kan. She also basically had her issues, kan. And kesian kat dia. And then dated once, one date. And then he said, "Oh, she's my girlfriend, blah blah blah, but she's not responding to my SMS." SMS, okay. This was 2001 SMS, right? So every so annoying. Hey Zuri, what's this SMS? It's a dot dot. It's like I don't know. What is it? Does it mean something? Blah blah blah. Lepas tu dia frust pergi mabuk. Lepas tu he called me. I tengah short kat rumah kan. Tengah buat assignment kat rumah. Like, and then he called me. Hey, I got problem. And I was cheeky enough to call him Mr. Papadum, because he says, I have nothing against papadum. I love my papadums. I love my banana leaf every once a week, at least. And I love that food. Anywho, so because he says problem, I got problem. Last, his speech becomes like papadum. Everything he says is papadum. dah jadi mangli, dah macam like like that. But girls with low self-esteem like to go to him, so like, hey, are you okay? Are you okay? And then lure her in, and then become energy vampires or some sort of vampire, taking up their time and energy and emotional investment from other girls, because it's like this. Oh, I've got problem. Rescue me. I got this problem. My problem is unique. Rescue me. I said, man, I'm gonna do my assignment with this guy, and I'm just gonna stay away from him. Such a bore and annoying. Fikir balik pun letih. Kan? And then like unfortunately our group of friends macam try to avoid him, but he tries to be with us because he seeks that validation that his problem is unique. He seeks validation that he needs help. It's like, hey, we're at a university teaching psychology. Go ask the lecturer lah. Don't ask me, man. Alright, aku belum graduate lagi masa tu. Go ask. We have so many counselors under this one roof. Kita tanya. So that was Mr. Papadom. And then years later, I heard he moved to another university, and then his story went around that, hey, you heard about Mr. Papadom? Like, why do you call him that? Because this guy, every word he says is problem. So we call him Papadom. Like, sounds like the same guy. Is his name this Ken X? It's like, yeah, how you know? Exactly same guy going to another university, sucking the energy out of everyone else. Man, legend vampire, legendary vampire, Mr. Papadom. Okay, all right. So I don't know if you know someone like that, a bad boy. Might not be the typical bad boy yang bawa Harley Davidson, not necessarily like that, but they're bad for you. All right, they lure you in, waste your time and energy, suck your energy, and needing to be rescued. In other words, I wrote here damsel dudes. Damsel dudes can help me. I got problem, bro. Problem. Like, I'm not your bro. Go away. All right. So if you can relate, type kat sini, just type down here. Oh, yep, I know one, or something like that. Type type papadom, type papadom down here. Nothing against papadom, just type papadom. Man, that made me hungry. Okay, so and then so they're also dangerous. Like they are in need to validate their damsels in distress need to validate their femininity, and damsel dudes needs to prove their masculinity in a way that, I'm tough, but I have feelings too. That's why I brood, and I'm alone, and I always wear black, and I'm Batman or whatever. And I'm talking about Batman. Anyway, it's a seeking of validation. So this is a problem when seeking validation. And I know some of the sisters have admitted to me trying to seek validation terjadi damsel in distress, ter tertarik lelaki dengan menjadi wanita yang macam lemah, I can't do anything, or I can't do this, I need help, right? Okay, disclaimer, we're human, we should be able to ask for help if we are in trouble. Can don't be shy about asking for help. But when I say damsel in distress and damsel dudes, I mean I need help. I can't handle anything. But a warrior woman, yeah, a warrior woman, yeah, I could use some help, but I'm handling it. All right, there's a big difference. Yeah, she's in distress. A warrior woman, she's in distress. She's in tough times. She could appreciate some help. She appreciate some help, but she can handle it. Can Beza, she can handle it because she knows her strength and validation is not from other people. Her strength and validation is from Allah. Can that's what she needs, right? And it helps to have a support group to talk about, to remind that strength comes from Allah. Okay, not by going partying. That doesn't help. Okay, that's not a support group. That's anti-support group. All right. So why are they fun? Why are bad boys fun? Why are bad boys fun? The Of course we are attracted to qualities that we wish we had. We are attracted to qualities that we wish we had. And I was let's say I dated this bad girl once. No, not once. Oh good God, how many? Anyway, can several bad girls, and they were fun as heck, energetic, blah blah blah, so unconventional. Um, but there are issues, daddy issues or whatever issues, and it was fun. I mean, those are the qualities I wish I had, like fun, energetic, and so expressive and witty. Wish the qualities I wish I had, can in another person. So if you've dated bad boys, those are probably the qualities you wish you had. For example, you want to express your inner bad girl through the bad boy. You want to express your inner bad girl, your rebelliousness from maybe contoh, you were raised in a very protected environment, contoh, okay, and then you have some stroke of stripe of rebelliousness, and you are dating a bad boy because you're rebelling through him. And this is not the type of guy you want to bring home to introduce to your parents. Can So you're trying to express your inner bad girl through them. That's one reasons why they're fun and why girls go for bad boys. And sama lah. And nice guy in different relationship, trying to express my inner bad boy through her because she was fun, crazy, and it's just a whole different spectrum of I wish I was. Kan dulu. Okay, so back to bad boy. Why do girls go for bad boys? Can Other than that is girls who don't feel strong enough, don't feel worthy enough, don't feel confident in themselves enough, don't feel enough with themselves, don't realize their purpose, usually will fall for someone who seems to have that quality, even though it's pseudo quality. Pseudo ni macam agak-agak macho tapi not really. It's just a show, it's just a bravado on the surface. And when I say girls, I mean girls, I'm not saying warrior woman. I'm saying girls. Okay? Same lah, boys pun sama. I was that boy who was not confident in myself. Uh, you can say I have a PhD in people pleasing dulu, kan? Yeah, aren't we all dulu masa muda? We don't have a bearing with ourselves, don't our self confidence, our self identity, our strength, and it's like no, this is what I do, and this is what I don't do. So I'm not gonna fall into that kind of relationship. Kita tak ada that sense tau macam no, that's wrong. Those are not my values. My values are this, and this is my purpose. I'm going. That's my direction. Straight, tall, the straight path. Okay. All right. So if you for the benefit of everyone on Telegram, if you can't see, I'm just gonna read it out. Girls who don't feel strong enough, don't feel worthy enough, don't have a purpose, lacking in purpose, will fall for someone who seems to have that quality. Can seem to have that quality. Yeah, nampak macam dia ada quality. It's even if it's a pseudo quality lah, kan. Just because a guy has Harley Davidson doesn't mean he's a bad boy. Kan, not necessarily. Yeah, doesn't mean kalau dia tak ada Harley Davidson doesn't mean he's a good boy. Kan? So I was driving a Volvo, and it's like seems like a nice family car for a stable man. No, that was my father's car dulu. Okay? But was I a bad boy? Sometimes. Was I a good boy? Sometimes. So tak ada self identity tau masa muda lah, zaman jahiliah dulu. Okay, so why we like bad boys, why ladies like bad boys, kan? Because they're forbidden, something that you shouldn't have. The forbidden fruit, you want something that you can't have. Oh, there's a bar of chocolate on the table, but I'm not supposed to be having chocolate. Well, maybe just a bit chocolate, kan? Forbidden, you've forbidden yourself because nak jaga your calorie or sugar, kan? Or just a bit more, just a bit. Last you've consumed the whole chocolate bar. Even though you forbade yourself, but you go through it. It's attractive because you can't have it. You want what you can't have. It's human. It's typical human. We all have gone through it, right? Right, because they're forbidden. Oh, this guy looks like trouble. Sounds like fun. Kan, contoh. And yeah, same for me too. This girl looks like trouble, but I want to see what else is there. Sounds like fun. It's like let's try my luck. And you know what was my pickup line dulu? Dulu masa kat college. Was, you look like my future ex-girlfriend. It's like, and then dia rasa tercabar. It's like, how dare you? It's like, yeah, okay. And then crazy, gila. And then dia rasa tercabar. She wants to prove her womanhood to me. And then, okay, all right. She made it a challenge for herself to not be my future ex-girlfriend because it was just one simple line. Her self-concept, her self-identity pun, goyang. It was horrible of me to do that. Okay, I admit, I know. My malu nak share. All right, so maybe I'll share in the personal coaching group. All right, so why are bad boys fun, or why bad boys attractive is it's a girly project. Macam you nak tawan kan, it's a project to complete kan, and accomplishment and validation to tell yourself that you're enough. If you can tawan this guy, if you can tundukkan playboy to, meaning that you are valid. You're valid as a woman, you're valid as a human, that you can conquer something and you can complete a project. You can't complete your assignment, but you can complete. You feel like a complete woman. So not just you, this is vice versa, laki perempuan juga lah. Right now I'm focused talking to women mainly. All right, so sometimes it baffles me, that both men and women can be naive, because while they're being manipulated, thinking that, oh, she can't be that bad, or he can't be that bad. No one is truly bad. Sometimes they don't know what they're doing is bad. Sometimes the guy doesn't know he's the bad guy or being a bad guy. So Naivety is a problem. So I hope I'm sharing ilmu-ilmu ni dan red flags ni supaya you sedar. Supaya kita semua sedar, a reminder to myself, and supaya tak kecundang lagi, supaya tak buat silap, kan, tak salah pilih calon and all that. I've made those mistakes. Okay, I've made those mistakes, and naivety is a problem. I'll give an example. I told my wife there sometime back. It's like, a lot of guys, they don't realize that they're with a girl. Uh, they're with a girl for so many years, but they can't commit. The guys are just waiting for someone better to come along. So habis madu sepah dibuang lah. So essentially that's it. But they don't realize they're doing that. So that's why he can't commit. Kan? Kalau dia boleh commit, dia dah masuk Minang, dia dah talk to your father, kan? Dia dah cakap, okay, jom kahwin. Alright. If he can commit, he's just waiting for someone better to come along. Kan? Yeah, I'm sorry for being so blunt, but that's what it is. It needs to be said. Okay, like the example of that bad boy yang my friend masa 16 years old tu, yang got her pregnant tu. He got her pregnant. Someone better, as in not pregnant, come along, and then he dumped her. And you know, to him, she was nothing lah. Dah lepas buang, habis madu sepas dibuang. And then, but what about the other girl, the next girlfriend, He's doing that. He may not be realizing, tak adalah I sayang dia dulu, kan. His excuse might be, I pernah sayang dia, tiba-tiba dia terpregnant. Habis tu siapa yang pregnant kan dia? Doh. Exasperation. Okay, so please, ladies, please know, if he cannot commit, there's a chance that he's just waiting for someone better to come along. You're the backup girl. You're letting him treat you that way. So please don't make this mistake. This happens all the time. All the time. Selalu I'm sure you pernah dengar cerita, oh dia dah couple with this guy 5-10 tahun, and then break up, and then he got married with someone else in 6 months. Kan? Asal laju sangat with the other girl. Cepat je kahwin. But with her, she's wasted her youth. She's wasted her life. Now she's already 30 plus. Kan? Because she wasted her time with the guy yang tak boleh commit. Alright? Because she was the emergency just in case he doesn't find someone better, then yeah, why not her? Dah dia sanggup. So jadi bidan terjun. Is that the word? Backup girl. Or yeah, backup girl. Basically that's it. So I'm sorry to tell you the bad news. Basically that's it. I want you to avoid. I'm telling you not to hurt your feelings. I'm telling you because I care. Because this happens so many times. Because this is happening since I've somehow inadvertently became a counselor. Counselor yang someone just called me out of the blue. And since I was 16, you just called me out of the blue, and the same thing. He can't commit, get her pregnant, get her in trouble, break her feelings, move on to the next one. Jadi vampire. Vampire buat apa lepas dengan mangsa dia? After dia dah sedut the life force out of her. Kan? Dump the victim and move on to the next one to suck their energy. Alright? Life force out of her. Next victim. They don't realize they're doing this. Kan? These vampires usually don't realize they're doing this. Alright? So, nak kecam, tak apa. Disprove me if you can, so we can create a discussion, a debate. That's fantastic. Okay? Okay? So, kalau ada orang marah, coach ni cakap wanita semua naif. No, I'm not saying you're naive. I'm saying you need to be aware that this is happening. This happens all the time, left and right. Okay? If he can't commit, there is a chance that he is treating you as a backup girl until someone better comes along. Maybe in your case, it's the same. Dah kenal you for a few years, lepas tu break up dengan you, and few months later dia kahwin orang lain, kan? And then dia jemput you pula, or dia kawan best friend you. Your best friend, ex-best friend you jemput you. Datanglah, saya tak nak datang, I punya wedding. Jelaka. Kau curi boyfriend, kau curi boyfriend aku, kau jemput aku. Alright, so things like that happens. Truth is stranger than fiction. Believe me, truth is stranger than fiction. Sometimes more dramatic than whatever drama that we've watched. All right. So, okay, I need to mention this, Ken. Just now we mentioned women like bad boys because she wants to fix him, and this guy is suffering. He's a troubled soul. I have to fix him, and then or this guy doesn't appreciate me, but I can fix that. These kind of things, and then but when that relationship actually ends, that relationship has become an addiction to prove that you are woman enough, you can you sepatutnya boleh tawan. You just go back to that relationship again and again, can become an addiction, like a smoker or an alcoholic, right? Just go back because it's really available and freely available. So because this, and he's happy to breadcrumb you and just give you love bombs on occasion, but he doesn't need you. He's just looking for his next victim, and then you suddenly feel macam, okay, I'm ready to move on. Contoh kata you dah ready to move on, and then you move on to the next relationship. There's a transference that could happen. I'm using the term transference very loosely here. Can transference, what I mean in this context of discussion is transference, meaning you rasa you boleh try fix the next relationship. You rasa you boleh, because you were not validated in the last relationship, and then you feel you can transfer, prove yourself in the next relationship. Can prove your womanliness or manliness in the next relationship, because you still are not over. Like, why am I still not validated? Try again with someone else. Macam tu. Okay? Ada ke macam tu? Well, try to reflect. Maybe bukan you, kawan you. Okay? Maybe your ex-best friend. All right? Because you're thinking, why is my love not enough? Why is my love not enough for him? Maybe I try again with the next person. Maybe my love will be enough for him. And then when you become trying to seek more validation from the next guy, and dia pun macam, asal the guy rasa macam, asal Minah ni needy sangat kan, lemas lah. And then he breaks up. It's like, wait, what's wrong with me? Why is my love not enough? Why am I not valid? Well, you don't expect someone else to validate you, kan? So I keep saying, don't expect someone else to validate you. You validate you, kan? You are enough. You are worthy. I keep saying that all the time, kan? Allah knows. Allah made you cukup. So my question to you is, can you go on like this as life passes you by? Okay, can you go on? I know some of my viewers and listeners, some are single, ready to move on untuk ta'aruf. Some are single, still trying to overcome breakups. Some are in a relationship tapi boyfriend tak nak masuk Minang. So this question mainly goes to yang macam yang boyfriend tak nak masuk Minang. If you're in this situation, can you go on like this as life passes you by? How many years are you going to wait for him to commit untuk masuk Minang? Alright. So ask yourself. This is a question for you to ask yourself. Bukan for me to ask. You have to tell me lah your answer. This is a question for you to ask yourself. And yep, okay, boleh. Just and then if you're going into a ta'aruf, make sure ada deadline. Make sure ada timeline. We are going to ta'aruf, get to know each other within 1 month. Kalau tak okay, done. Okay, done. Move on. Alright? But sometimes bila tengah ta'aruf, tertaruh hati, terinvest emotion, please be aware. I know that I've some of my listeners right now who are listening, you are tengah ta'aruf. Good, alhamdulillah. Please remind, it's a reminder as don't fall into a trap where he cakap, oh nanti tengok dulu lah. Macam mana tengok, okay, postpone. How long can you go on like this as life passes you by? Like my other clients usually say, like, you are not getting any younger. She said, Zuhri, help me. I'm not getting any younger. Like, okay, all right, let me try. Okay. Next question. This is mainly having my friend masa 16-year-old tu yang terpregnant tu, yang I cerita tadi. I should give a pseudonym. Let's, let's just say her name is Siti. Kan? Nama dia Siti. Let's just say her name is Siti. Like, so she's 16 years old. She got pregnant. Boyfriend dia left her, ada girlfriend baru. Lepas tu break up balik, nak kat dia balik. Lepas tu promise nak nikah. Lepas tu tak jadi pergi jabat kadi sebab dia cakap dia tak cukup tidur sebab dia busy racing. Lepas tu happens again and again. Last tak kahwin. Last the girl dilahirkan. Anak dia dilahirkan. Let's say her name is Siti. Alright. So question is, I was wondering to myself, why do you make such poor life choices? I mean, we all do. Can. Why? Tell me why. Don't tell me. Ask yourself. Kita semua should. This is one of the questions we should audit ourselves regularly. Why we make such poor choices? Why? Can. Options ada, but we choose the poor choices. Why do we do that? Yeah, let's think why. Just as a point of reflection, time to reflect with this question: why do I make poor choices? Right. Next thought I like to leave you by adalah, is this the time to cut your losses and move on, or you want to continue with the drama? You're more or less the same as macam, can you go on life like this as life passes you by? Can. Should you right now cut your losses? Okay, contoh, okay, you dah kenal this guy 5 years, still tak nak masuk Minang, still tak serious, tak nak jumpa bapak you, kan? And alright, time to cut your losses and move on. Or you still want to continue the drama? Contoh, things for you to consider. Why this is being mentioned is because alhamdulillah, I'm having an objective view, kan? Because orang tengah mandom dan dalam dalam otak, fikiran serabut dan dalam kencah yang being disrespected, being put down, won't have a clear objective. So imagine that this person is your sister. Imagine this person is your sister. Would you warn your sister about this guy? Would you warn your sister about this guy? The red flags. Why bad boys are dangerous? Would you warn your sister? But sometimes you are that sister. To give it an objective view, if this is your sister, what would you tell your sister? Well, nak habak kat dia apa? Kan? Nak habak kat dia apa? You want, katakan you tengah borak dengan sister you, and then sister you cakap, oh, this guy dah kenal 5 tahun tapi tak masuk Minang lagi, tak nak jumpa bapak dan sebagainya, bla bla. Okay, so what you want to do? You're talking to your sister, kan? Right? Because you are having an objective view of the situation. Your sister dalam tengah kalut. So ask her, you want to cut your losses and move on, or you want to continue drama? How long can you go on as life like this and as life passes you by? Why do you think you're making a poor choice? Do you think you're making a poor choice? What do you think? Is this a poor choice? Is there a better choice? Do you think there's an alternative? Question. Don't give advice. Just question, make her think. Alright. But sometimes this is the diri kita sendiri. So trying to, it helps. Sometimes we want, kita tengah kalut kan, try to think of ourselves, macam take myself out of the situation. Macam, okay Zuhri, you're in this trouble. What should you do? So you become less emotional and detached. And macam, alright, so there are alternatives. What do you think you should do? Like talking to myself lah, self-reflection. Okay, so, and maybe you can ask your sister or yourself, what if you ada ilmu red flags? And what if you tahu what are red flags? Do you have to be skip all the naivety punya mistakes? And what if you ada ilmu red flags? Kenapa saya coach ni nak suruh ambil ilmu lagi lah? Yelah, if you have the right halal ilmu, you take the right tindakan yang accurate, so you get the right results that's accurate. Kan? Alright? Boleh. Okay. I bagi contoh lah. When I was young, I used to go shooting a handgun with my father. It was a Luger and it was a Glock gun, sidearm. And my our father was a horrible shot. Dia tembak 2 bullet, boom, and then he just pass the gun to me di dekat shooting club. And then pass the gun to me. Nah, you shoot lah. It's like, he's a horrible shot. It's like, and then he passed the gun to me, and maybe you realize there's something wrong with my left eye again. And then I tembak the apa ni, target paper tu, tembak boom, close to the bullseye. I apparently have to be apparently I'm a natural at shooting. Like, I didn't realize that until he passed me the gun. And then then I thought, like, hey, maybe because there's always been something wrong with my left eye, and I've learned to ignore, extra sensory input, okay, because it's distracting. I only rely on one eye, so that made me a better shot. Okay, so adakah Allah cipta I rosak mata macam ni because of no reason? But apparently there was a reason. It made me a better shot. It made me better sharpshooter. Kejap sayang. And then so I was pretty good, masuk in the black area, but was not a bullseye yet. I don't shoot tak masuk bullseye lagi. Alright. So and then the uncle yang jaga that area supervisor tu, he was a former sergeant in the police. He taught me macam, okay Zuhri, this is how you shoot. Macam mana nak stand, buka kaki kuda macam mana, kan, a stance, how to hold and squeeze, don't pull the gun, and breathe, how to breathe, and how to focus. Then okay, try practice. Weh, bullseye. Dia bagai ilmu yang tepat. Kan? Ilmu yang tepat. Then coach me through tindakan yang tepat. So boom, bullseye. Kejap, anak tengah nangis. Kejap sayang, okay. 3 minutes. Okay, bye. 3 minutes, okay sayang. Okay. So ilmu yang tepat, tindakan, coach me through tindakan yang tepat. Alright. And then dapat result yang tepat. That's the key point here. You want the results. Okay. So ilmu yang I share ni is, as you know, from the Quran and Sunnah, from my matchmaking experience, from my own mistakes, from the mistakes I learn from my clients, benda yang patut dielakkan, then give you accurate ilmu untuk you buat dengan tepat. Dan I can coach you untuk tembak dengan tepat, so you dapat result yang tepat. Sebab I tak nak you salah pilih calon jodoh. Okay, so that's what I'm doing here for you, insyaAllah. Alright, so ilmu malam-malam free ni adalah yang free malam-malam ni adalah ilmu percuma. I nak you tembak yang tepat. Coaching free on the weekends kalau you nak. let me know. Can my number is here. My number is here. I always message back like, oh, we have a coaching on Sunday. Untuk you buat tindakan, untuk implementation. Tonight at night every 9 p.m. ni adalah info. Alright, information, ilmu yang tepat supaya buat benda yang tepat. So you know, oh, red flags, jangan pergi red flag, elakkan red flag. Okay, so and on coaching is more on implementation. So you buat tindakan yang tepat. Alright, so buat tindakan tepat untuk dapat result yang tepat. So that's what learning from my shooting skills. Apparently there's a lot of similarities. How to focus, how to breathe pun kan. Just how to breathe while you let go, while you squeeze. Bullseye. After a while, bila dah tahap tu bullseye kan, and then he showed me how to shoot from the hip. It's like, wah, ini level lain lah. Tak payah tengok pun. Tak payah tengok kan. Didn't even have to bidik kat mata. Just macam shoot from the hip. Wah, bullseye. From the hips, bak keluar. Because the sergeant at the at the shooting range tu, he said that, you know, in real life situation, you don't have time to tengok target macam ni. No, man, that's Hollywood. In real life, you shoot from the hip. Kan? And then I also met the former SAS sniper. No, I can't mention his name. She said that, you know, in real life, when you use an MP5 Navy, there's no time for you to go like this, run corners. You just have to shoot from the hip. You ready, your eye, knee, align your rifle and shoot. Right? So it's like, yeah, I mean, I'm already at that level of shooting at that time when I was young. I stopped because bullets became so expensive. Like one bullet was RM2.40 kot, kan? It's like a loaf of bread every time I shoot. So I stop. Nanti rezeki nanti nak sambung balik, insyaAllah. So anywho, so can you draw the similarities between ilmu yang tepat supaya buat tindakan yang tepat supaya mendapat result yang tepat, kan? Result yang tepat tu supaya calon yang tepat lah. Calon yang tepat, kan? Ilmu tepat, tindakan yang betul, tepat, result yang tepat. So ilmu, tindakan, result. Alright? And of course you need commitment. That's why I keep writing down here, you know, bangkiti. Bahagia akan naik guna komitmen, ilmu, tindakan, Islamik. Kalau tak Islamik, jangan buat. So tepat tu adalah Islam. Islam adalah tepat, kan? Sebab tepat. What is target? Target is, the purpose is Allah. Always that. Okay? So, oh, hello. My mentor has been watching. Hello, Assalamualaikum. Wave. Like, nervous pula my mentor watching. And, okay. So tell me, ni homework, send me a list of send me a list of red flags in your past relationship. Why? Walaupun you dah move on, you need to remind yourself that this could happen again. You need to write it down as like it's a guidance for yourself not to let this happen again. Yeah, okay. So send me your homework. Tell me what red flags in the past relationships you had, and it's a reminder for yourself, and it's also a learning from me to understand you further. Okay, all right. So kids are crying. I gotta go. Thank you. Biasanya sebelum kita undur diri, kita doa Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Ya Allah, ya Tuhanku, aku minta pasangan yang menjadi menantu yang baik pada ibu bapaku, yang disayangimu untuk mendapat keredaan-Mu, berganding bahu bersama ke jannah-Mu, ya Allah. Amin. Type amin. Okay. Alright. Kids are fighting and crying. I gotta go. Bye. Assalamualaikum.